Sandra here, and I just wanted to do a kind of recap of the live Q&A video that we did last night. So as some of you guys may have noticed, that video got taken down. The reason being, I mean, it's still technically up there, it's just marked private. And the reason being is because we didn't realize when we were doing it, and I apologize right now for those of you guys that bared with us through it. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry, but we did not realize that when we were filming that video that my daughter's mouth was so close to the microphone. So rather than making you guys sit through the 45 grueling minutes of that, I figured I would just do a recap of a lot of the questions that were asked and my answers that were given. And so that way you guys know everything that was going on or that happened. So the first big thing that we talked about was this. So if you can't see it, I've got 2 pink lines right there. And so yes, we're gonna have a new addition to the family. Just found that out, so that's gonna be fun and interesting. Let's see, what else? So a couple people asked about what branch of the military I was in and how long. So I was in the Army. I was in for a total of 8 years. I did get deployed a couple of times. I did go to Germany. I've been all over the place. We had a person that asked, I guess her boyfriend is getting ready, or fiance, or maybe husband, I don't know, I'm probably saying this wrong, but she's got a loved one who is deploying, and she wanted to know if there was any advice that I had for her. And I basically told her, you know, that the best thing I can tell you to do, and this is for anybody that's having somebody that is deploying, to definitely stay supportive, because they are in a very volatile situation, and you just, you know, they may not be able to call you. Like, they may say, I'm gonna call you on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and then they might get stuck somewhere, you know, and not be able to call. So it's not that they're cheating. So like, don't get upset or freak out or do anything stupid. Don't send them a Dear Jane or Dear John letter while they're gone, because oh, you guys have no idea how many soldiers, how many of my own soldiers that I have seen receive those. Like, just don't do it. So you know, please definitely stay supportive and stay understanding that they are in a very volatile situation. I've been on both sides of the fence, so I totally know how hard it is having somebody to be deployed and, you know, being away from your family as well. So there's that. Somebody asked if I've always been into makeup. Have I always been into makeup, and how I know so much about makeup? So yes, I have always been into makeup, but it's kind of been secretly. So I grew up as a tomboy. My mom did not know a lot about makeup at all. She still doesn't. She just doesn't get into it like that. And I loved it. I've always loved like arts and crafts and, you know, painting, and just, I've always done that kind of stuff. Like, always. I've done it with my kids and my stepkids, and I love it. But as far as the makeup goes, that was like a secret, hidden thing. I didn't want anybody knowing, you know, because I was like Miss Tough Girl, Miss Tomboy, you know, I played basketball and went in the military and that kind of thing. So it was kind of secret and hidden. The other thing is, I didn't want to draw a lot of attention to my face for reasons that most of you guys know. So, but after my experience of going to Hollywood, and I think my family's home now, so I will introduce them to you guys. Hey guys.
Hello.
So come here, Noah. You guys can meet Noah. So yeah, Noah was on camera last night, which we talked about where my name came from, the Not So Evil Stepmother, and it actually kind of comes from him and his mom. So you gonna smile there, Pookie? Okay, so it actually comes from his mom. She calls me the evil stepmother, and so I just kind of took it and ran with it. And I'm actually trying to write a book called The Not So Evil Stepmother, and basically giving people tips that are entering relationships like that. So, you know, how to deal with exes. Steve, you want to come here and say hi? So this is, yeah, bend down.
Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh, I gotta get down. Hi, everybody.
So this is my fiance, Steve. So he was on camera last night. So yeah, anyways, he said hi to everybody. Cadence, you want to come in and show everybody? They just got back from getting food. So this is her awesome shirt, her It shirt, and we talked about that last night, and her amazing grades. We pay a lot of money to live where we live, and it's an extremely hard school. So She did really, really well last year. Normally she's on swim team, and this year she's doing field hockey. So yeah, we talked about that. Back to the makeup thing. So yeah, like I said, it was kind of like a secret thing. And then when I went to Hollywood and I got to meet Melanie Mills and see like the magic of everything and like just how important it was and like just what an effect it had, you know, I just like really started learning and getting into everything and researching everything. And I basically live at Sephora in Ulta, and I research everything extremely heavily. So there's that. So yes, I've always loved it. I grew up watching like Tyra Banks and America's Top Model and stuff. You guys probably, I don't know if anybody from that generation, but yeah, I grew up like watching that and loved that show. So I've always loved it. It was just kind of like a secret thing, you know, like I used to buy stuff and hide it and, you know, play in it and nobody knew. I've actually got pictures from when I was younger, and you can see like some bright blue eyeshadow. So, but yeah, I've always loved it. Always. And I've always been into like arts and crafts, and I really feel like that just goes hand in hand, you know. Doing your face is kind of like painting a picture, you know, you got to create shadows and, you know, lighting and perspective and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it really goes hand in hand. Okay, so we talked about future subscription boxes too, and I told you guys about one that I'm getting ready to get hopefully here in the next week or so. And it's from Ofra. Ofra, I said Ofra, and a lot of people thought I said Oprah, which I probably might have because I still have a hard time talking sometimes, so you gotta excuse me. But Ofra Cosmetics has a mystery glam bag, so for $25 plus shipping. And Mimi commented, I hope I have that right, Mimi commented summer 40. So that is a code to get, I think she said 40% off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she said 40% off, and I think she said she got 2 of them for like $30 or something like that. So that's awesome. But I didn't know about the code when I did it, but I did get one, so that should be here in a week or so. I love Ofra Cosmetics. They have highlighters that are just the bomb, like y'all just don't even know. So, or maybe you do if you've ever used the, you know, Rodeo. Oh God, there's some of the other ones that are awesome. So yes, definitely check that out if you get a chance. So it's summer 40 for the Ofra mystery bag. Otherwise it's $25 plus, I think it's like 2 or 3 for shipping. I can't remember. So anyways, we talked a lot about BoxyCharm, spoiler videos, you know, me staying on top of that, and how aggravating it is sometimes because like I will put a video out and literally as soon as I click that little thing from private to public, Yosef will put out a video or something confirming what's not confirmed or going, you know, so it gets to be really aggravating sometimes. Like, you guys just have no idea, but I do keep doing it because I know a lot of you guys really enjoy it. So I do keep doing that. It's like, I don't know, like I'm a glutton for punishment or something. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So again, we talked about where the name came from, the Not So Evil Stepmother. It came from my stepson. And also Noah is not the first stepson I've had. I actually had 3 stepdaughters prior. Jasmine, Isabella, and Reagan. Their dad, my husband, passed away back in 2014. And then a couple years later is when I met Steve, and that's who I've been with ever since. Well, no, I shouldn't say a couple years. A year later, I met Steve in 2015. So anyways, so I still talk to them. Jasmine's actually graduating this year. Isabella, you'll see her sometimes on my Instagram. She is kind of a smart ass when it comes to commenting things and stuff like that. You know, when I hit, do we want to do a giveaway? She's like, nah, no. So anyways, but she is an extremely fantastic artist. You guys just have no idea. So they live in Tennessee currently, and Cadence talks to them very often, and they know my door is always open. And their mom used to hate my guts too. She used to call me the evil stepmother too, which is how I know so much about dealing with being a step parent and being on that side of everything and how to deal with it, because now she doesn't hate my guts, but she did it first. I think it's a jealousy thing, like they're worried about you know, trying to take over, you know, as that child's mother. I think maybe that's what it has to do with, you know, or I think also it has to do with the fact that, you know, they were with this man, they kind of helped mold him and shape him into what he is, and then they didn't work out, and now you're like reaping all the benefits kind of thing. So yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it too. It's kind of like a jealousy thing, and you just gotta stay strong and push past it. And I actually have a video that I've done on tips for how to deal with baby mama drama, so I will link that down below for those of you all that want to see that. The next thing we talked about was Cadence being in future videos. A lot of you guys liked her being in the Ipsy bag video. So yes, she will be getting an Ipsy bag next month, and yes, we will be doing another video together. She is wanting to try Sephora Play and BoxyCharm. The only issue is Cadence is not really into makeup. She's definitely more on the tomboy side too. So, you know, she's more skincare. So the Ipsy and maybe the Sephora Play kind of play a little bit more into what she likes, whereas the BoxyCharm doesn't. So as of right now, it may just be those, so we don't know in the future. And she's even thinking about maybe starting her own channel. By the way, which brings me to this, I did say this, somebody called her a brat in the comments, and yeah, Mama Bear went off. Like, I went off, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I went off, okay? You're not gonna call my daughter a brat. So I just wanna clarify that the way that she acted in the video, so it took me everything to get that out of her, because, you know, I am like a military style parent all day long. Like, I'm the bad guy. Oh, by the way, going back to the military, I was a mechanic, okay, first off. So yes, I know how to work on cars and trucks and tanks. I've learned how to work on tanks too, M1 and M2 Abrams. So yes, I'm a military style parent, okay, and you know, my kids were both standing here when I said that yesterday, like, yeah, she is. And so, yeah, I am hardcore. I am definitely the bad guy all day long, and I don't care to be. It just is what it is. Somebody's got to be the bad guy. So, anywho, they're very far from brats, and Cadence was actually really afraid to do that video and act any, you know, out of the way. And I had to, like, just promised that she wouldn't get in trouble, and I told her, you know, just act like you're with one of your friends and just kind of play and have fun, and, you know, just get into it and have fun with it. And that's what she ended up doing, and I was so glad, because I feel like it was such a great video and she really had fun with it. But no, she's not a brat. She actually, the yellow bag, she is growing to love, actually, because I told her a couple people wanted to switch with her, and she was like, actually, I kind of like it. So she is very appreciative. She doesn't normally just throw stuff like that. Again, it was just kind of, she was in the moment and she was trying to have fun, and that's all that was, okay? So she is definitely not a brat, okay? And she is definitely very appreciative of everything. Also, we talked about how I like to try to keep everything PG-13, because I know a lot of you guys watch with your daughters and your kids and stuff, and I really appreciate that. So because of that, I do definitely try to keep everything PG-13 for you guys, and you have no idea how many videos I've had to re-record, because this can be a little sailor-y sometimes, a little military still. You know, you gotta think I was around a bunch of guys all the time, and yeah, it can get a little beep beep, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. Also, somebody asked about my love for Harley Quinn. If you guys haven't noticed, I have a serious obsession. These are like literally just like a smidge, but I have like every single one of her comics. I've been following her since, God, like in the 90s when she first came out in the Batman comic books. I am a comic book nerd. See, like I have a Superman tattoo, except for instead of an S, it has an A for Alex. So we talked about that and how much I love her, because like just following through her comics, it's like she was in this really abusive relationship with this guy that didn't appreciate her, and finally she like fought back, and now she's like striking out on her own and doing her own thing and kicking butt. And she actually brought a couple superheroes into the fold, like Power Girl. That's where Power Girl first got brought in at was a Harley Quinn comic. So I love Harley Quinn. I love her. I loved her in Suicide Squad. I have the movie. I've watched it 100 times. So I have a couple of her Suicide Squad statue figurines up there. So yes, I love it. My car is Harley Quinn. I have Harley Quinn on the back of my car. My car is the Harley Quinn blue. My seats are the Harley Quinn black and red. So I am, y'all just so you know, I love me some Harley Quinn. My wallet is Harley, like everything is Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn. So yes, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn. Okay. My tattoo, so I do have a lot of tattoos. Somebody was asking about this one. So it's an arrowhead. Obviously I have the Superman I just showed you. I have a Alice in Wonderland, a pretty big piece back here. I've got like I've got a bunch. I've got Harley Quinn tattoos on the back of my thighs, literally from the top of the back of my thigh all the way to my knee, or the top of my knee. So it's like on both legs. So yes, again, I love Harley Quinn. So yes, I also have a lot of tattoos that are very addicting. So we talked about a few other boxes like Allure, Macy's, Glossy Box, Ricky's Cult, Crushes, and Birchbox. So I've watched a lot of unboxings with those, and as far as Ricky's Cult, Crushes, Macy's, and Allure, I haven't really seen anything. Like this month, I think Allure did a Kat Von D box, which was the first one where I was really like, oh man, I wish I would have got that one, you know, but all the rest of them, I like just haven't really grabbed me yet. As far as Birchbox, I have done that. I have done a video on that already, and we did get that once. Cadence got it and we hated it. It was awful. Like the bottles were super tiny and like most of them were only half full. And then Glossy Box, I actually used to work for them. Dollar Shave, Prize Candle, gosh, what was the other one? There's like a bunch of them. So they were all like subscription services, and they were all housed in one place called Nugistics. And basically I set up their return department for all of them. So I, like, each company had their own separate procedures, and so I literally set up their return department to where a trained monkey could run it. And I wasn't very happy. Bespoke, I did Bespoke too. God, what was the other one? There was a clothing one. Oh gosh, I can't remember. So anyways, yeah, so I've dealt a lot with subscription boxes for years, and I know how they work, like in depth, like behind the scenes. So yes, so I refuse to do a Glossy Box for that very reason, because I know where that money's going and it's not any place good. So anyways, and then we were talking about Pokemon, yes, and then Noah and Steve went off to go play Pokemon hunting, and somebody asked me if I got to do community day yesterday, which I did, but I didn't get anything good. I think I got a Chauncey. I did get a Chauncey yesterday, but other than that, I did not get any of the Tyrannotars or the Pupitars, but Steve did, so he's lucky. I was actually working on a video during that time. Like, I kept clicking on it and checking it and nothing was there. So then, you know, the last time I checked it, and then I worked on a video, and then I get back on and it was over because they didn't give a specific time. So yeah, I missed out on that, and that kind of sucked. And I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, I said, so we'll have the Sephora Play. It is still sealed. I have no clue what's in this box. So that's going to be an unboxing of that later today. And then also Steve's going to be doing my makeup. So we're going to have a Father's Day special makeup tutorial with Steve and Noah later today. So that's going to be fun. And I think that's everything. So if you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. I love answering your guys' questions. I love reading your comments. I love doing this. I've had a lot of people ask me, how did they get started? Just start making some videos. Like, that's all you can do. Just start making them. Like, I started doing it like once a month or once every few months, and then once a month, and then, you know, getting them more often and more out there, and just, you know, tagging stuff, and just, you know, watching other people's stuff and what more I needed to do and less. And, you know, I mean, I'm still a work in progress channel, you know, like I try to make it better every day for you guys. So hopefully that's what's going on. I don't know. And I love talking to you guys like as if you're sitting right in front of me, because I feel like that's really important to connect. And as you guys know, I love you guys so much, and I always try to show that appreciation through my giveaways, and I hope you guys see that. And I think that's everything. So anywho, all right guys, so thank you so much for watching and caring about this Q&A that we did last night if you missed it, and getting the inside scoop of Alexandra, aka the not so evil stepmother. All right, bye guys.